Hey you guys, alright, so this is Crystal from survivingateacherssalary.com, and you guys may remember last year, or about a year and a half ago now, when Photosynthesis came out, which is made by Blue Orange Games, and this has won Mensa awards. I mean, this thing's fantastic. We're going to have another video teaching you how to play this and showing you an overview of this, but this year, for Earth Day, they are launching a brand new game called Planet. And I find that this one is easier to understand and keep track of than Photosynthesis, but just as intricate, and it's a really awesome game. So, basically, I'm going to open this up here. Basically, inside, this game here is for ages 8+. Takes about 30 minutes to play, goes really quick. There's only 12 turns for the whole game. And inside here, you will see these 3D planets. And your objective throughout your 12 turns is to make your planet and build a custom planet, make it the most hospitable with the most habitats with wildlife that you collected throughout the game. So, let's take a closer look. So inside your planet box, you will find these beautifully illustrated game instructions. And this is very helpful, especially your first round or two of the game. It'll really help you walk through how to play this, how to up your points, and tips on first-time players. So inside the box, there are 4 planet cores. Like I showed you guys before, these big white spots here, they are magnetic. And then you'll also find 50 magnetic continent tiles. So, during the game, I'll show you these. You will earn and build onto. See? Alright. So, you will also have 45 animal wildlife cards. Sorry for the glare there. And you'll see here that there are different habitats. You also have 5 natural habitat objective cards. And these cards will help you add up your points through the game. The great thing about Planet is not only is it really scientifically based, but you're also got a pretty detailed strategy going on, and your strategy could make or break your entire game. You also have a first player token if you want to use that, and that's everything in the box here. Okay, so let's set up our game board. As I mentioned before, I highly recommend having your illustrated instructions here to help you set your game up. In the very beginning, they actually show you how to line up all of your cards. Now, there are 12 turns in this game. So, you are going to begin by taking your magnetic tiles here and putting them in piles of 5. So, you will need 10 piles of 5. So, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. This will use all of your magnetic tiles. Alright, now per the instruction guide, you have 1 set, 2 set. On the 3rd turn, you need to place 1 of your animal habitat cards face up. Alright, on your 4th turn, you place 1 face up. On your 5th turn, 1 face up. When you get to the 6th turn, you have 2 face up. 7th turn, you also have 2 face up. 8th turn, 2 face up. 9th turn, 2 face up. 10th turn, you actually have 3 face up. And as you can see, I'm kind of running out of board here, so let me adjust this slightly. There we go. And your 11th and 12th turns, there are no magnetic tiles, and you will place 3 cards up. I know you can't see them, but I will adjust the video and you'll be able to see them in a moment. Now, this is all set up. So as you can see, when you start playing your game, you have no animal habitat cards. Once you have your board set up, each player will receive a habitat objective card. Remember, these are the habitat objective cards. You can see on them, they have triangles with some numbers on them. These will help you add up your points. So at the top row you see 18, 21, 24, 27, and 30. At the end of the game you will count up how many of your blue or ocean habitat that you have of the triangles. If you have 18 ocean habitat triangles, you get 2 points. All the way up to if you have 30 ocean habitat triangles, you'll receive an additional 10 points. Each player will receive one of these at the start of the game. I am going to go ahead and take the ocean card for the sake of this video. As you can see here, this is turn 1 and turn 2. So for the first 2 turns of the game, there are no habitat cards. This is where you're just wanting to build the base of your planet. So to start turn 1, we will turn over our magnetic tiles and lay them face up on the table. Each player will get to choose one of these tiles that they want, and they will add it to a free spot on their planet. So remember, my habitat card is ocean. So I want to collect as many ocean animals as I can so that I can maximize my bonus points. So I'm going to go ahead and select this tile, which has 1, 2, 3 triangles of ocean on it, and I will place it on any place on my planet. Once everybody has finished round 1, then do the same exact thing for round 2. This is just helping you set up to play the game. So again, round 2, I'm looking for ocean as my habitat card here. And I notice that this tile also has 1, 2, 3 triangles of ocean. So I am going to connect it right there on another layer of my planet. Now, from turn 3 through the rest of the game, you will have 2 parts of the turn. First part of the turn will be collecting the tiles like I had mentioned. Laying the tiles out, collecting which one you want to have. So I'm going to pick another one that has water on it, add it to my tile. Now, the next part of each turn has to do with these animal habitat cards that you see on the table. For turn 3, I picked up, there's 1 card here. You can see there looks like a vulture here on the card. And you'll see a large shape and a small shape. This large shape has the brown dirt in it. The small shape is the blue water from the ocean. This card means that whoever that is playing on their planet has the largest amount of brown dirt that is next to water will win this animal card. So in this game planet, there are 2 objectives. Objective 1 is to gather as many animals, or as many tiles as you can, so that you can win bonus points for your habitat. Objective 2 is to gain as many animals as you can. So you really have a dual strategy going on. If I were to only collect ocean tiles through the whole game, then I might do really well on this, but I might not be able to win a lot of animal cards. So you have to strategize and decide what kind of balance you want to have, if you want to try to get both of these as a balanced bonus system, or if you only want to get your habitat card, or if you only want to try to get as many animals as you can. So that is where your strategy comes into play here. So for each turn, you will go through and you will take a tile, And you will go through each animal, and as you move through, you'll go through 2 animals, and then down here 3 animals, and decide who gets to keep that wildlife animal card. So let's talk about these origin of life animal cards. In your guide, you'll notice that it lays out the different kinds of cards. So let's talk about those very quickly. The first kind of card I already showed you here. This is where you need to have the largest brown dirt region that's touching the water. As you go through each card, there are different options. Let's see. Okay, so the second type is having the most of any one kind of region. And those cards, you will see there are 5 colored in shapes. So if you want to win this snake animal wildlife card, you need to have on your 3D magnetic planet the most desert region in your habitats. Now, a region is not separate triangles. A region is groups of triangles. For example, let's just add some extra pieces onto here for sake of this video so I can show you how this works. Alright, so we have some extra. Now, if you want to have the most of a desert, you would normally count each triangle 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So right now I have 8 different triangles areas of the desert habitat. However, for this card, you need the most in a region. A region is all of the desert here that is touching each other. So these 3 would be one region. So if I want to win the snake card, I need the most of these regions. So this would be 1 because this is by itself. This would be a second region because this is all touching, a third region, and a completely separate fourth region. If I had all of my deserts touching together like this is considered one region because it's all touching each other. So I would not have won this card if anybody else had more than one region of desert. The last kind of card that you will see, you'll see on this caribou, you'll see there is a large shape here. This is the icy Arctic region that is not touching desert. So if I wanted to win this caribou card, I would need to look, and I actually don't even have any ice right now on mine, so I wouldn't be able to win it. But if I did, I would be looking for the largest areas of ice that are not touching desert. So at the end of the game, this is how the point system works. You take the animal cards that you won. Now remember, keep in mind that my objective was to get as many ocean tiles as I could. So I count up all of the ocean animals that I have won. They are worth 1 point each. So I got 3 points with ocean animals. I have 2 additional animals that are not ocean related, and these 2 I get 2 points apiece for. So 2, 4, plus the 3, I have 7 points worth of animal cards. Next, I'll move over to my magnetic earth that I have completely filled out, and I will count and see how many ocean tiles that I have on here, because remember, my goal was to collect ocean. So, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, so I have 15 points for collecting ocean triangles on my magnetic tiles here. 15 points plus 7 points is 22 points. I have 22 points in this game. Everybody would compare their points and then they would see who won. Now the great thing is that these illustrated guides also offer variations of the game, so you can change it up a little bit. It also talks about who will win if there's a draw. And it offers the option of how to play for the first time so that you're not bound by all of the points and quite all of the strategy until you understand, so that you can do a trial round of the game. So as you can see, this unique strategy game is really clever and not very complicated once you get the hang of it. So what my husband and I did, we have a 9-year-old and an 11-year-old boy that were playing with us, and we decided at night while the kids were in bed, we would play one round so that we could understand how it worked. We actually ended up playing 2 rounds because it was so fun. But then we had all the rules down pat, and then we had with the kids with us the next day. Honestly, I'm pretty sure my husband and I had a harder time catching on than the kids did. They had no problem catching on. Their strategies were a little bit different, and you know what? Sometimes they beat us, and sometimes we beat them. But it's a really good game, and it's pretty equal on all levels for kids and for adults. So, again, this is Planet. It is launching on Earth Day, and by Blue Orange Games. So make sure you check this out. There's the back of the box, just in case you were wondering. And there you have it. Look for our photosynthesis video coming out soon. And if you love this educational game, make sure that you subscribe to us and like the video so you can see more just like it.